So, hi, welcome to another vlog. I don't think I ended the last vlog, but that's I think yeah, it just have to go. So, today I have actually finished 3 books. It was definitely more in the intentional route. Let's just say that. So, the first book I finished was Goldfinch, and this one, um, I need this. This one was for last year's TBR. So, this one, I bought it last year because I read all the other ones. So, this one. This is the last book in the Plated Prisoner series, and it's interesting. Now, I am going to give it 4 stars. This is not a 5-star series, but it's good. It's interesting, and yeah, it's definitely in the interesting realm where a lot of things is happening, and I have to say I love the character named Slade in this one. He's definitely a really great guy. I mean, great. That's an overstatement, but to her, he's a great guy. So yeah, so 4 stars. Now I am done with that series, which we can take off another one, even though that one weren't on kind of my list because I totally forgot to put the Goldfinch on there. But we are done with it. So that's good. And this one, it's the 6th, I am going to say. Yes. The sixth book. It was supposed to be 5, and then it became one more. And yeah, it's definitely interesting. And yeah, I have to say that I am really happy that I am now done with this series, and I will probably reread it in the future sometime when I feel like it. So, that was that one. The next one was for the companion novel, and I said that fits very well, and it did. So, this one is for the wedding party, and yeah, this one is said to be hate to love. I give it 3 stars. Now, just because I don't feel like they hated each other that much. And that's just me. I just feel like they didn't hate each other that much. But overall, I have to say, this one, oh, I totally forgot what to say, what these 2 books were for my Orilium path. The Goldfinch was for inscription, the Q in inscription, and that is a vertical spine title. And I have to say, this is the only vertical spine title I have that I haven't read. And I don't know if I don't have that many with vertical, you know, inscription. I almost said there are almost none. So that one kind of was the only one that I could pick for this. And yeah, the wedding party. This one is for the D in restoration, which is give an author a second chance. And I feel like this was, as a whole, like, should I continue on with this series or not? Now I have to say I like this one more than the other ones, even though all of them I have given 3 stars. I just feel like this might be more of like a 3.5 or something, because I like this one more than I have done the other ones. So I just think that I will try one more book and see. Now, if I at some point feel like I no longer want to finish off this series, that's fine. But definitely I'm going to try one more. And yeah. So I think that's kind of is my plan. Try one more. If I don't like it, then yeah. I mean, it can't be if it gets lower than a 3, I am not continuing on. So far, right now, I am having like sort of a joy to continue on with it, so that's not the biggest issue. And then I have finished a book that I have basically talked about for quite a while, for like 9 days or something, and that is Bride of the Shadow King. Now, I give this 4 stars. I feel like, to be honest, this series, I want to finish off this series, read all 3 books, and see if I enjoy them, if I want to own them or not. So, this one is interesting. Now, this one is not going to count towards my Orilium path because I was supposed to read it last month. The next one, so the Wow of the Shadow King, will basically be my thing that I need to read for Orilium. And can we just say, I am really curious as to how we are going to move on from this. It's interesting, for sure. I don't know how much I can say about this. If you're not planning on reading this book, I kind of need to spoil it, like a little. So basically, Farain is the main character of this, and basically War is the Shadow King, who is basically coming to pick a bride, and Ilseed or something in those lines. Basically, Farain's sister is the one that they have chosen, but she dies, let's just say that. And basically, they then kind of onside forces, but basically they take Farain in her stead instead. And basically what happens in the end is that War finds out. Obviously, he finds out. But what I kind of don't understand is... Now, I mean, there might be something that I have missed, but I just don't understand why couldn't they come clean? Just because from what War says, I kind of get the feeling that if they just told him that, hey, your bride that you set out to marry, she died, could you pick, another one? I just feel like if they had just said, here is Farain instead, he wouldn't have... It doesn't sound like he would have had an issue with that. But I don't know. Might have been some weird things going on there that I didn't catch on my first listen. But yeah, now I have 2 more books to go in this series, so we just put one on the list. But basically, the plan is to definitely finish that series pretty soon. So let's just pick another book for tomorrow. I don't really know what I am thinking about doing. If Wow of the Shadow King fits, I am going to pick that one. But let's see. So, random series generator. Okay. Then I need my phone. $41. Didn't I have 41? Empyrean. Well, yeah, let's just do that. Empyrean. Iron Flame. Let's just say that I am going to read that anyways. I have it like now, going to start that tomorrow. So yeah, let's just diddle daddle with this and see what we can get as an audiobook. Highest rated on GoodReads. Why do I have that one on here? I mean, Oh, I can already guess that. That one is probably Iron Flame. So, let's just pick another one because Iron Flame we already have on here. I can would most certainly say that that's the one. So, big book. Almost all of my big books are physical ones, but this is so bad. This is not good getting this. Can we just say that because you want to know what the biggest book on my TBR is? That one is the one that is called so much as Go to Tell the Beast That I'm Gone. And that was not what I was planning on reading this month. That's gonna take me way longer than I kind of want to do, but I guess it's fine. Go Tell the Beast That I'm Gone is my biggest book. Not gonna lie, I don't like that, but at least I will be, mostly finished with this series. Yeah, let's just say that. When I get big book and I read that, I have to read the longest book. Yeah, that is not what this is about. Big book is basically what I consider a big book over 500 pages. So I did not read Go Tell the Beast That I'm Gone, or whatever the book is called, but big book, a book over 500 pages, and that made it easier. So I read Wow of the Shadow King because I had to know what is going on with Bride of the Shadow King, like where are we going next, and I get these 4 stars. I overall still really like the series, so Heart of the Shadow King is kind of make it or break it to see if I want to own this series or not. Because, yes, I could easily read Bride of the Shadow King and Wow of the Shadow King again. But if I don't like Heart of the Shadow King, I don't feel like owning books where I don't like a book in the series, So that's kind of where we are. And then with kind of the other things, I've started Iron Storm, and yeah, so far I'm liking it. I am 100 pages into this book, and yeah, overall really like it, definitely. And then yeah, I am reading Starside. I'm reading The Things with Water, and yeah, this is the last Mariana Zapata book that I have, and it's a little sad. Can we just say that? It's definitely something. But yeah, back to Wow of the Shadow King. Basically, 4 stars. This one is for basically roll a die, and basically if you get a 1, you read something with 100 pages or so. So I rolled a 5, and so 500 pages. Wow of the Shadow King fits really well for that. And yeah, this one is really interesting. Can we just say that? It's a really interesting series as all so far. So I am really curious as to where we're going, how I am going to like the last one. Now that one will probably be next month, just because I have so many other books that I need to read. But yeah, that's great. But we need to get this one going, so let's just see the next prompt. Now this one will also have to be a physical, no, not a physical, not an ebook, an audiobook, just because I am still reading Stormbreak. I am like halfway through that or something. I don't love it, but it's interesting enough to continue on with. So yeah, let's see. A dark cover. I can probably figure something out that has a dark cover, and yeah, now I feel like my biggest problem is that I am starting to kind of be done with kind of a lot of the ones that I kind of need to get to. So, Broken, wow, no. Phantom doesn't. That one might have a darker cover, actually. It at least will have a dark cover. Let's see. Yeah, it has a dark cover, so Phantom, I could definitely go with that. This is the next Harehole series, and I feel like that one is definitely something that I really can continue on with. Let's just say that I don't think I want to say I don't know if I actually have 30 like audiobooks on here, but if I am done with that, I will just continue on with something else. But first, I am going to finish off all of the ones that I have on here. We still have quite a lot. Can we just say that? It's very not so many we have, but yeah, so that's where we're going. I am probably reading Phantom tomorrow because that's a dark cover. And then, yeah, hopefully I will like that. I mean, they get better and better. Can we just say that? So yeah, but I am going to bed now, and I will talk to you later. Okay, so this took way too long. My mic didn't want to work, so great. So I finished my dark cover, so I finished the Phantom, which is the 9th Harehole book, and this one, yeah, let's just say that one thing I love about this, what should I call him? The author is that he's not afraid of kind of having the main character hurt. He's like kind of always hurting, which it's a little sad, let's just say that. So yeah, but that was kind of where we went with it. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I feel like this series definitely has gotten stronger as the series progresses, but I also have to say that I feel like it's a thread, like it's difficult to get through the first few books, but I kind of feel like it is essential to basically read it from the beginning, just because the storyline is not always connected, but definitely things that happen earlier in the books and like things like that is definitely gives meaning to kind of where we are going with this story. But we are going to pick another one. I don't have that many audiobooks left, can we just say that? At least not that is a series. So I don't really know how we are going to do this. So let's just see. I think I might have some like, I don't know, do I have anyone like specific that is, let's see, we have we could do Clockwork Angel. And then we have Dead Man Walking, but then I need Reading Thin Lies first, and then sounds like Love is not in a series though. We could do Obsidio if we get to like the right one. Those are kind of the only ones that we have, which is really crazy. So yeah, let's just see. I need to kind of get those done before we start to get rogue with this. Let's just pick one, see what it is, see if it fits. Longest series, I already know what this is. This is the Cosmere Universe, meaning that it's a series, so I can't kind of get to that. So we need to do another one. recent purchase. That would basically be a series as well, like a physical one. Part of a duology. Now we are back at like things that I can't get to because duology is not working like at all. So now it's getting kind of difficult. Don't know what that says. Lost in a series. Can I do a Lost in a series somewhere though? Probably not though. I'm gonna go with no. No. This sucks. So this does not go. I can't see what that says. Ebook, that does not work either. Highest rated. I already know what that is. That's not gonna work either. So those were the cards. That sucks. We do have like the ones that we already have taken. So let's see if I can get something that works. Final book. That's not working. Continue a series. Technically, I could do this. I mean, it's a new series, but it's kind of that Clockwork Angel. So let's go with that. Continue a series. We are continuing on with Clockwork Angel, even if that is a series that is, kind of in a new series. I feel like I need to read them in order just to, get everything. So Clockwork Angel, and then, yeah. I think that sooner or later I will run out of, books. I feel like maybe when I am done with the continuous series, I will continue on with just things that I need to get to for that, and then rather do the cards for physical and ebooks. Just because I don't have that many left. I have Obsidio. I have a Prophecy Undone. The problem is that I need to read Rise of the Dawnbringer first, which is not that great. And then we have Sounds Like Love. Yeah, and then we have Silverborn, but then I need to read Holobox first, which also sucks. And then we have Dead Man Walking. Then I need to read Inked in Lies first, and Clockwork Angel will be done. And then we have Crash Landing, which is not in a series. So as you see, we don't have all series to go with, but let's just say that when I'm done with Clockwork Angel, I will just try and see whatever I can get to with everything that is kind of going on around here. And then, I will finish my ebook tomorrow, which that will be great. And then, the physical book will not be done until Monday. But the reason is that I don't want to get too obsessed, and the reason is kind of that I know that if I try to thread through so many of a fantasy, I know that I am just going to feel like I am rushing through it, and I don't want to rush through this series. So I am reading 100 pages every day, so yeah, and then I read 50 in Starsight, which so far is very interesting too. I love Iron Storm. I'm scared of what is going to happen next though. Let's just say that. Let's just say that I finished 3 books. Can we just say that? It's yeah. So let's talk about it. 2 of them actually fits for something. And then I think that for the current time, I am going to basically pull out when I need some some physical book, like a physical or an e-book, just because I have some audiobooks that I kind of need to read, but some of them are maybe not in a series, and some of them are like, yeah. So for the timing, I'm only going to pull for the ebook and physical book. So yeah, so I'm currently like halfway through Iron Storm, and then like possibly halfway through Starsight 2. And so far, I'm really liking both of them. And yeah, I'm really curious about Iron Storm because I know there is a storm coming. Let's just say that it's yeah, things are going down, and now, yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting to see where things is heading along. Let's just say that it's going to be really interesting. So let's just start talking about it. So the first one is for anticipated sequel, and that is Stormbreak. And this one is the third and final book in the Sea something. Seafire? Was that the name? Seafire, yeah. This is the last book in that series, and now we are done with that. And it was. I give it 3 stars. This series, I feel like it's fine. It's not like something that I am loving by any means, but it was fine. And to be honest, I don't want the book to be just fine, but I mean, it was good enough for me that I wanted to, continue on with it. So, that was gonna be it for that one. And then we have the continuous series, which I dragged out from my earlier ones because we don't have kind of anymore to that I am able to finish off. That is an audiobook that kind of fits for this. So we don't have that many, or we have audiobooks left, but I kind of need to try and get to most of the ones that I kind of need to get to. But I also feel like a lot of these are like books that it's just not a lot to continue on with. Can just say that. So let's just pull out for my next. Oh yeah, for the continuous series, I read Clockwork Angel, which is I don't know, technically the first one in the Infernal Devices, something in those lines. But technically, you need to read them to get to the next one. Now, I give it 3 stars. I feel like this series is fine, but I am also thinking, do I like it enough to read this entire series? I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be like the main priority, like I am definitely going to read the entire thing within like the year. Let's just say that. But I don't know. I might trudge along with it here and there. So let's just see what this will be next ebook. So let's see what this one says. Highest rated on GoodReads. I am already reading the highest rated that I have because that is probably Iron Storm. So I kind of can't pick that one. So let's take the next one. Whatever that says, it's a ebook. So that's easy. So I do have a few ebooks that I have already. I'm going to read. We have Ice Crypt and we have The Score. And I think that's kind of it for now, right? I don't think I have any more. Oh, we have Broken Wow. So, what I want, I feel like I am kind of feeling like picking The Score or Broken Wows just because those are romances, and I read so many heavy where I am also reading some very heavy books. So kind of like reading something fun and cutesy might just be the way to go for me for right now. So I'll probably start. It might be the score. Or the broken wow. I have to see. I have to see what I feel like tomorrow, but it's definitely one of those two. So let's talk about the last book that I read, and this is going to be the end of the vlog for like this time, and then I will get back into more reading. So I finished The Things We Water. This one was supposed to be like done in a day or two. So this one is the newest Mariana Zapata book, and this is unlike anything that she has gotten out with. So I feel like the last two has definitely been like out there, with Gracie and the Grump, which is about the Grump, who then is a like, I almost said Batman, as Superman, like a what's that called? Superhero. And this one, it's something different. So this one leads more towards like fantasy-ish, paranormal. So yeah, that was interesting. But overall, I did end up really, really loving this. I feel like it was definitely out there. Can we just say that? I wasn't sure that I was going to like it. Now, it's definitely not my favorite one. I feel like definitely The Wall of Winnipeg and Me and All Roads Lead Here are my favorites. I think they will always be my favorite. So, but that means that I can also start with another one. I don't know if I am going to read Throne of Glass next or Tess. Tess? It's Tess, isn't it? No, it's Tess. Of the Emerald Sea. Those are like the two ones that I kind of feel like I am going to read Tess next, because once I start Throne of Glass, I'm going to try and read the like entire Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, and basically finish the 3 books that are out in Crescent City too within the year. Just because we all know how I get sometimes, where I'm just getting through everything, and yeah. But that's it for this vlog. So it was probably not that big of a vlog. Like, it was probably me mostly talking. But yeah, I will see you next time for another video. Bye!